Hi everyone. What I'm going to do is go over some key things you'll need while you're transitioning to natural, and these are things that help me. And what you basically want to do is do preventive measures as well. You want to do things, if your hair is breaking, I'll do a little segment on that in this video, or you want to prevent breakage, because the main thing is you're transitioning, so you're trying to obviously keep the length you have and grow out your natural hair and then big chop later, okay? One thing I heard when I was transitioning to natural, when I began to do my research, is that everyone would say treat your hair, all of your hair, as if it's natural. Now that's easy to do if you're not protein sensitive. So for me, that wasn't okay for me. And that's one thing I tried to do, because what my relaxed ends loved, my new growth hated. And that's what it was about, getting my new growth soft, getting it moisturized, because that's where the demarcation line is. And you want to make sure that it is a balance there, because it can cause breakage. Your hair will break off right where your natural hair is. So I couldn't use that method, treat all of my hair as if it was natural. To me, that meant like, okay, I'm using the same products, doing everything the same. No, you have to know your hair. Now, if you're not protein sensitive, you may be able to get away with that. So you have to try different. I am 4B, 4C, so I need products that are more moisturizing. And I've learned the hard way, just because products say that they're moisturizing, don't mean that it doesn't have protein in it. So you definitely want to make sure your protein moisture balance is going to be on track. There's an awesome article on Hairlista regarding protein and moisture balance. So you might want to check that out. But you want to make sure that every product you're using does not have protein in it. You have to have some type of balance, because you can cause a protein overload. Also, I found out that my hair is protein sensitive. So with my hair being protein sensitive, I have to use more products that have more moisture involved in them. And you'll figure that out as you go. What I did is I kept my hair in flat twists underneath my wigs. Okay. Before I started my transition to natural, I was on a hair regimen. I would condition my hair, I would shampoo my hair once a week. So say I shampooed my hair on a Sunday. Then I would co-wash my hair. Say I co-washed my hair on a Thursday. And then I deep condition my hair. I would deep condition every time. If I co-washed or shampooed, I would deep condition my hair. I was oiling my scalp because it's in the style. I'm keeping it in pink curls. At this point, my hair is still relaxed. Totally fine. Whatever you want to do, you just have to figure that part out. When I started transitioning underneath my wigs, my regimen changed. So what I would try to do is put more natural products in my hair so I wouldn't have to shampoo as often. And I would use the greenhouse effect a lot to moisturize that new growth and begin to get it used to being treated and that really does help you figure out what products work for you as well. So I would transition underneath my wigs, and I may, majority of the time, have on a plastic cap doing the greenhouse effect method. So, or moisturizing my hair. And there's a difference between moisturizing and doing the greenhouse effect method. So I would do these gestures. I would put my hair in flat twists, and I would maybe use more natural products. Like I would maybe use the Shea Moisture Retention Conditioner. I would spray my hair with water, or after I deep condition it, use the deep conditioner, and then put an oil on top of it, and then let the plastic cap sit on my head overnight, a couple days. And then I would oil my scalp. Another thing you hear about transitioning to natural, a lot of girls, or a lot of people would say, you know, don't worry about length, worry about healthy hair. I'm just gonna keep it real. You do worry about growing your hair out. Length, pretty much length. And you hear people say, don't worry about it, and you're like, well, they're not in my situation. They don't know, you know, what I'm going through, or I'm not them. At the end of the day, I wanted length, so I tried different things. I'm actually gonna have a video on how to grow hair faster, but with the good, the bad, and the ugly behind it, because it is really dangerous when you do try to super fast grow your hair. I would hear that and I would say, you know, I'm just coming from my, you know, relaxer debacle where it took all of my hair out. I'm like, it's easy for them to say their hair is down their back and they're telling me not to worry about length. They're telling me to worry about health. But at the end of the day, it is so true. You do go through this phase where you're trying to grow out your hair, you're trying to get it done fast. And the only thing I can say is I feel you on that. I really do. But it will come a point to where you're like, I just want a healthy scalp and I just want healthy hair. I promise you, because that's where I've gotten there, you know, months ago. So I don't do like extracurricular activity trying to grow my hair out. I'm just basically learning my hair, learning what products work for my hair, keeping a healthy scalp and keeping healthy hair right now. And when you do that, the length will follow. It can't help but follow because you're keeping such a healthy environment and you're doing it the right way without risking any side effects from trying to super duper grow your hair. Okay, if your hair is weak and it's breaking off, I definitely do not suggest you transitioning in a sew-in. What a sew-in will do is make your hair become it would thin your hair out. So I would suggest maybe transitioning underneath a wig to where you can deep condition your hair at least once a week to build it up to where it can tolerate a sew-in. I had a young lady email me and tell me how she's been wearing a sew-in and her hair isn't as thick as it used to be. If you have a sew-in, you want to make sure that you're at least oiling your scalp. I suggest with like castor oil or any kind of oil that's going to cause your new growth to grow out thicker. I suggest you keeping it moisturized, so when you take your cornrows out, at least your hair will be moisturized, and that can help prevent breakage as well. But if you're really experiencing like intense breakage, I suggest putting your hair in some flat twists and wearing it underneath a wig. This is just my opinion because this is what I did for my hair. And that way, or if your hair is still thick and it's breaking off, if you do a sew-in, just be really, really careful and definitely oil your scalp and keep that hair of yours moisturized and sealed. And the retaining length, I suggested you check out my 10 ways to stop hair breakage immediately, because it's also preventive measures as well. So if you are experiencing hair breakage, definitely stop, drop, leave your hair alone, put it up, check out the video of how I overcame my hair breakage. If you're not receiving hair breakage, these are definitely great tips to prevent hair breakage. And that's the goal when you're transitioning, because you want to retain as much length as you can. And in the video, the 10 ways to stop hair breakage immediately, that helped me retain my length and manage all of my different textures, and I did not experience any breakage. You can experience different things, so check out different videos on how to transition to natural and what some people actually had to go through during their transition as well. So, well, that's it for me.